Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is episode 2 of my Factorio Let's Play series. This is recorded straight after episode 1. I've just gone to get a quick drink because I've got quite a dry throat. So we're going to collect this. I'm going to start off straight away by increasing the steam engine efficiency by making 10 more. So, okay, we can make 10 of those. Right clicking when you're on the crafting thing will make 5, and if you shift click it'll make as many as you can. So if I shift clicked the burners it'll make 32, but if I right clicked like now it'll make 5. If I if I shift click it'll make 32, and same with this. If you shift click you'll get rid of 32, all of them, and if you click singly on the bottom here it'll get rid of 1 at a time or 5 at a time depending on which click you use. Okay, so now they're being made. The longest bit about making these is the boilers actually don't take that long to make at all. I like to just turn the thing on with the arrows and see what everything looks like, and that's a new thing as well. You see here the little steam. That's a new thing. That's a new meme. Okay. So we're gonna just put these in just to save a little bit of time later on. And actually 4 of these is doing plenty. Only 4 you need for 10. It looks like, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. I need to do the maths for that. I need to do maths. But it's probably, you probably only need 2 miners. If you set it up for long enough it'll work. But eventually, I'm not sure if you can add. No, you can't. Is there a new thing? No. Yeah, so this is the ratio for it. One pump, 10 boilers to 20 steam engines. That's the new thing. Right. So we're gonna draw this up over here, because eventually we're gonna have our smelting array. I'm thinking to the right, just because I think there's a lot of space to the right to build. I usually build mine vertically instead of horizontally. It's just the way I do it. I'm gonna need one of those. Put 5 in. I'm just gonna wait a second. Oh no, we're not. I need to put more coal in those. Okay. So let's just check how these are all doing. That's got 25, that's 15, that's fine. I need some more. That's 5, that probably needs. Oh yeah. Okay. Just gonna refill these. I don't really need to at the moment. How much does that have? What am I doing with my life? I don't know what I was doing there. Half in it, adding half, taking all that out, and then half in it again. These only need these. At the moment, we don't really need that much stone because we've got 232 in our inventory. So we're gonna add that as well. That's gonna get underway. Oh, that's already burnt through it. All of those, and then we're gonna go on to. Not sure yet. Probably go on to lights, just to light everything up a little bit more. Yeah, as you can see, these miners are just doing. They're doing a lot of work. Oh goodness. Sorry if you hear me taking a sip. I've got a little bit of water. I've got a bit of a sore throat. Right. So now we're gonna start. We're gonna make 4 of these. No, we're gonna make 10. Get all this copper as well. Not copper, iron. Got my metals mixed up. That's 10 of those, and then we're gonna make. Oh, there we go. I should probably turn that off in the settings. That we're gonna wait for these at the moment. We don't really need those. We're gonna make these. I think it's 5. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it is though. Right. So put one there. One. Oh. Yep. One there. We need some more boxes as well. We'll just make some steel ones. Iron ones even. So this is how I do it early game. Some slight automation. Although it's not major, it's enough to start. And then these go into there. There's 1, 2, 3. This one gets filled with. Let's fill it with 3. Let's fill these with 2 each, even though it's not actually even. And add a power pole there. Power pole there and there. Okay, so this makes the. Oh, I need one more. No, I need 2 more. Inserters. Silly me. Okay, so. I'm so shit. I keep forgetting everything that needs electronics. Right, we need 2 more of those. Okay. So, this is the setup I like to do. And I'll just talk through it. You've got your cogs, or whatever they're called, iron gear wheels, cogs basically. They're fed by an iron chest here, given by an inserter. These cogs are made pretty quick in 0.5 seconds. So one of these takes 5 seconds. So it takes 2.5. It takes 2.5 seconds to fill each one with with enough cogs to make them. I think that's correct. So that's 5 seconds. Each one takes 5 seconds. This one gets built up, and then each of these goes over. The copper goes in from the chest by the inserters into these, and then these just make them and put them into the Lab Z bar. Didn't know they had names. I think that's new. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we're gonna start making these. I'm really OCD with my numbers. I only like to keep them even. So yeah, that needs more coal as well. This is, as I said in the last episode, this is always a problem, just refilling everything with coal. But as soon as we've got enough, we can start making. Actually, we're gonna add one of these here. This is gonna make our. Oh, way up! I didn't mean to do that. I didn't realise it was finished. And we're gonna start on. Yeah, we're gonna start on these. It's gonna take slightly longer, but it'll be worth it eventually. That's gonna stay there. Right, so those are mining, and then what these are gonna be used for is they're gonna put it straight into an assembler like one of these, and it's gonna make stone furnaces, which is really needed, especially early game, because you don't really want to craft everything by hand because that just takes too long. It does get quite repetitive if you're just doing everything by hand, especially early game. Late game it's not as bad because you don't really need to do as much because you can just build a new factory in an hour, which makes 500,000 red circuits a minute. That's probably a bit of an exaggeration. Okay, so that is done now, and then that's going to make these, which is going to be taken out and put in there, and we're only going to have 50 of those. 50 stone furnaces, and if you're wondering how I did that, it's just the red cross here limits it, so that box there, you get 50. It depends how much is in a stack, because with these you can get 50, whereas I think circuit boards they stack up to 200. So if you don't know how much it stacks up to, always just start with 50. Well, not 50, but the first box, because you might just overproduce everything you need, which isn't very efficient at all, especially on a big base. Which I'm not sure what I'm going to do later game. I'm not sure if I want to do a spaghetti factory, or want to use mainly bots, or use both, or have a big train network. I'm not sure yet on what I'm gonna do. See, I'm just checking on my electric production, and we've got plenty. Accumulator charge. They always mug me off. Accumulators, I never can build enough. That looked like it glitched then. Not sure if it did. So we've got 18. So now we're going to start on our... We're going to loop this around here, just because it's nice and big. I'm going to clear some of these trees as well, just for a bit more wood. Giggity. Oh, I need to turn that setting off. I'll show you guys how to do that. Probably next episode. I can't be bothered doing it now. Lazy. Right. So we're gonna get all of these little, all of the 10 the red science packs done first. Just get them out of the way. It doesn't take too long to do them all. Well, it does with 2 science researchers. But when you have 10 or 20, which eventually I'll get onto, a 10 research takes about 4 seconds with all the research speed, which is pretty good. I'm just gonna have a wander down in this direction, see how far it goes to the right. See if this big lake flicks up at all, or if not. Right, it doesn't appear so. So you can build a big smeltery there, and it goes up quite a bit as well. We've got plenty of resources at the top. A lot of iron, a lot of stone. Stone's not really that necessary unless you want to floor your whole system with I forgot what it's called now. Concrete, or the hazard one. How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need. That's gonna go there, and I'll tell you why I'm doing this in a second. It probably makes you probably all know why I'm doing it, but it's when you get electric furnaces. If we're gonna move on to electric furnaces on this one, I'm not sure if we are. Then they're like a 3x3, I think. So we're gonna pop these here. Be good early game if you had like 3 robots with you. Even though 3 robots is pretty much useless. Right, so we've got 8 of those. We're gonna need 16, 32. We need 32 of those. God. Jeez. Yeah. I usually go vertically with smelters. I used to go horizontally. No, I used to go vertically with my smelters, but yeah, I don't think it looks as nice. I prefer it laterally, not. Are these all done? Oh, they are. Okay, so what's the lowest one? We're gonna get the shotguns and things like that, in case we do come across any biters that we may need to take care of. All right. I think I'm gonna make a semi-automatic transport belt thing as well, just for the time being. They don't take very long to make, especially by hand, but in a machine it's not that bad. Okay. Right. Again, we're out of coal. Brilliant. We need more copper as well. How much copper is in these? 45. Not that much. Fill these bad boys up. We're just gonna load them with 25. I'll be back with you when all these are made. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome back. Back from that little break thing. So basically, all I've done while I was away, I did a few things, made some lights, and I just set this up, and I left it running until we have this full. So I got 100 belts in this. So it's pretty self-explanatory really. Iron goes into here, gets sent into cogs, cogs into here, direct insertion. You should always try and do direct insertion if possible. And then this transport belts need iron and cogs, so I put iron in this one to feed into here. And then the result is I put all the contents of the production of here into here with only two open. So that is that bit there. So now I need to get on to making this over here. I'm not sure if you can see it. This, it's a bit blurred out. I need to start doing that again, which is going to be really fun. Yeah, it's quite enjoyable, pretty relaxing doing it, I think. I need as much of these resources as I possibly can, like these, and then we're gonna get on with this. We're gonna start off with one belt array of iron, if that makes sense. So we'll start off with just doing this one first, getting it set up, and then next episode we'll get it hooked up to everything. So I'm going to plonk these down, and as I said earlier, the reason I've done it like this is because when we turn over to electric furnaces, which will take quite a while, well, mid game, if you do it the other way, which is remove this and place that there. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. The postman's here. If you move this here and put all of these, imagine all of these shifted one down, so the inserters go there, you won't have space to add any of those. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. You don't have space to put the electric furnaces in. So what I'm doing here is just put in I'm going to split half a belt. No, I'm going to split a full belt of iron and a full belt of coal down here. I'm just going to put these power poles in. Put that one there, there, and there. Just repeat that the other side. There, and there. And then one either side here. It's probably not the most efficient use of power poles, and it doesn't look the nicest, but it gets the job done good enough for the purpose I'm using it for. Right, so having that come down there with that, and then this coming away from there, then we'll have the iron coming in, or copper coming from, not copper, coming from that one, and they all get, hold on, that one goes there, that one goes there. I've done this wrong. There we go. I don't know what I was doing now. I was doing a thing that I shouldn't have. So this goes there. Then we have that. And that. Okay, so what happens here is you have, imagine you've got copper coming, I keep saying copper. Imagine you've got iron coming in here. It gets split 50-50. Coal here 50-50. It's on either side. So either side of this. And then it gets split again, which is not really the best thing for now. It gets split again round there and round there. But I think that this will be it for this episode. I think it's just gone past 20 minutes. I'm going to try and keep them 20 minutes or below from here on out. Just because it takes, my computer's not the best. It used to be really good when the components were decent, but now the components are just not as quick, and it takes a while to render. So 20 minutes, I'll try and keep it to that, and that way you won't get bored.
either, and I'll do some bits and bobs in between as well, and I'll show you what I've done. Alright guys, hope you've enjoyed. This has been Will Nex again. Hope to see you in episode 3 of my Factorio 0.15 Let's Play series. Peace out. Bye.